No child's circumstance limits their potential. For over a decade, I have been hustling to build a world that recognizes that talent is everywhere, even though opportunity is not. I have been hustling to ensure that children who are growing up like me in the United States never waver in their pursuit of realizing their version of the American dream. I have been hustling to shift the conversation from nurture versus nature to investment and expectation, because what we love, nourish, and appreciates. My name is Kareem Abdelnaga, and I'm the founder and CEO of Practice, and I'm committed to helping you realize your potential. The key word being helping, because if I've learned anything over the years, it's that no matter how badly I want something for someone else, they will never realize it if they do not want it for themselves. As much as I would love to see a world where everyone is successful, I'd much rather focus my efforts on making sure that anyone who wants to achieve and realize their dreams has the tools, inspiration, and know-how to achieve them. I'm a first-generation American who spent more weekends recycling cans and weeknights selling candy than I care to admit. When I reflect back on all of the moments in my life where my bad decisions, like skipping 60 days of school in 7th grade, stealing food from supermarkets to quell my hunger, or driving an unregistered car before I had my driver's license so I could be cool, could have had more negative consequences, I'm reminded of how lucky I got. But if you're willing to learn and apply yourself, you shouldn't also need to be lucky. When I was 18 years old, I learned about the achievement gap. The achievement gap is the difference in academic achievement between rich kids and poor kids and black kids and white kids in the United States. The more I studied, the clearer it became that the achievement gap was shaping the life outcomes of kids like me for decades. I was angry, and at 18 years old, I thought I could change the world. It's important to share that there were a few truths that I had already held onto that shaped a big part of my identity. The first being that we were all put on this earth to serve. I love Shirley Chisholm's quote where she said, "Service is the rent we pay for the privilege of living on this earth." Our success should not be measured in dollars and cents, but in the total number of people we help achieve success in their own lives. Despite what some people believe, no one achieves anything significant without help along the way. When I reflected on why I made it out, I recognized that I wasn't afraid to ask for help, and all the help I received along the way to help me get to where I am today was meant to be paid forward. Those truths continue to influence my work today. At 18, I made 3 commitments. The first commitment is that I would set the bar high for kids growing up like me to have a positive role model to aspire to, and for the education decision makers to see what is possible if we adequately invested in our inner cities. Because if I could get out, successfully achieve, and contribute, then I could ask the question of how many others could there be, front and center to the decision makers. The second commitment is that I would work to change the narrative that nothing good can come from the inner city. Instead, I would evoke a strong belief that urban genius is in fact a thing. The third commitment is that we didn't have to take an oath of poverty to do good in the world. In fact, the wealthiest people made their money because they found ways to solve problems. As much as possible, I want to create a model for doing well financially and doing good in the world. I'd be remiss if I didn't share that my journey was not a straightforward one. There were moments of heartbreak, self-doubt, tears, burned bridges, and financial insecurity. I didn't become a successful CEO by printing the title on my business card. I didn't become an author by telling people I would write a book, and I didn't become a successful investor by networking with other investors. I put in the time, I made the sacrifices, and along the way, I did it in a way that was authentic to me. And we've been building Practice to support others along their journeys, and in the process, inspiring more people to care about improving our public education system. Because despite my early belief that the system was designed to keep poor, minority, and immigrants down, I know that isn't actually the case. That's because oppression takes effort. The reason why the system is designed the way that it is because it works for the majority of people. As a result, the sentiment of the majority is apathy. If it isn't broken, don't fix it. But we know the system does not work for everyone, especially the people who need it most. And change takes effort. It requires action, not apathy. Welcome to the team. I look forward to working with you to realize our purpose.